literally said when they first called him, he thought they were referring to modern warfare, like modern warfare is in like video games, like Call of Duty.
And this
modern
is
warfare.
why we're not going to have doctors. We're not going to have dentists.
Please. No more streamers. No, we are streamed out. Yep, it's TMZ Verify the podcast. I'm Wyld.
I'm Steph.
Welcome back, Steph.
Thank you. I was on vacation.
I was about to say, y'all don't know because we filmed.
I went to Lollapalooza.
Steph went to Chicago for Lollapalooza. We're going to talk about that later in the show because I want to know how lit it was.
It was lit.
It looked like it was so much fun. But we got some actual news drama to talk about today. Gymnast, I don't think it's appropriate for me to say the girls are fighting. Is that like sexist?
No. Men can fight too.
All right. Well, the girls are fighting. The gymnast girls are fighting.
They are.
MyKayla Skinner versus the entire U.S. Olympic gymnastics team. So last week, MyKayla came out, or a while ago, MyKayla came out. She said some remarks that some thought was like a little shady towards the U.S. gymnastics team.
A little.
Yeah, I know. And then Simone responded, and now MyKayla is like, please, I'm getting death threats. It is that dramatic. We'll tell you all about it. Also, Brooke Schofield. Am I saying that right?
Brooke Schofield. Her racist tweets, her apology or lack thereof. She apologized, but it's not great.
Bad. So these like resurfaced tweets that ain't from that long ago. We got some of the tweets. Don't worry. Y'all know we got.
It's not.
We got screenshots. She's apologizing for her racist tweets.
And just to keep you on a little cliffhanger, me and Wyld have opposing opinions on this.
Yeah. Full disclosure, Stephanie is a Brooke fan. She's not a racism fan, though.
Thank you.
Yeah,
let's clarify.
She's not.
We're saying we're on the same page with the wrongness.
Yeah, I ain't gonna let you go down like that.
Thank you. Because that would be cut and on social.
And lastly, which might not be our last story because we always talk about a lot of crap. Cenat woke up and decided, I wanted to be ignorant today because for no reason at all, he went on this wild rant about Kamala Harris and the Secret Service saying that the Secret Service has been calling his phone, blowing him up to try to get Kamala Harris on one of his streams. He's pissed. He's basically like, I don't talk politics, but like, that's just, I don't really get how grown people say I don't talk politics when we live in a country that has a government. We'll talk about it. I have strong opinions about that one. I love politics. Okay. But first, I want to talk about
MyKayla Skinner. All right. Let me kick it off. Here's the thing. This is a prime example of somebody who is a celebrity / influencer. Honestly, anyone who has loud and wrong opinions.
Loud and wrong, yes.
Then gets called out for them being loud and wrong, and then goes, "Well, I want to be quiet now."
That was the perfect way to describe this, Steph. So, a few months ago, this is before the start of the 2024 Paris Olympics. MyKayla Skinner, once we had the qualifying team, so we knew who the team was. MyKayla was not on this year's team, by the way.
And in case you were curious, because she's so not relevant, I didn't know she was a gymnast either. Yes. So she's also a gymnast, a Olympic gymnast.
Yes, so MyKayla was on the 2020 U.S. gymnastics team.
Correct.
Simone Biles was also on that team. MyKayla was not on the 2024 Paris Olympics team.
But don't be confused. She wanted to be.
I was about to say, so already a little bit of like
loser versus winner.
No, well, we could say like tension, almost like presumed or assumed tension because she's not on the team this year. Anyway, MyKayla, a few months ago, basically came out and essentially shaded the entire U.S. gymnastics team, saying without Simone or outside of Simone, the rest of you guys are just like lollygagging around. They aren't that skilled. They aren't that disciplined. Basically shading the team. And like, inappropriate.
We're Olympians, first
like,
of all.
What I'm saying. We all one squad of Olympians. Like, so once Simone in the 2024 U.S. team, which does not include MyKayla Skinner, once they won the team event this year, they won gold. Simone came out and was shady as hell.
Can't wait.
I love this though. She tweeted or she posted on her Instagram caption, she said, first of all, it was a photo of the winning team and like their gold medals. And in the caption, she wrote, lack of talent, lazy Olympic champions. Basically being like, lazy who?
Because we just won.
We just won.
Yeah. I have so many things to say. And I think we all can agree that this is outrageous behavior.
It is. So a lot of people, though, were saying that
it would be like,
go ahead.
I want to give an example. Go. It would be like me and you running this podcast together, okay? Mm-hmm. I don't make next rounds of the pod, okay? And someone else is here next season, okay? I don't make it. And then I go on some rant about how this podcast sucks.
And it's like, you
were just on here.
You were just on the pod last week, sis.
You were.
So a lot of people were saying that like Simone was like stooping down to MyKayla's level by even addressing the shady remarks from the beginning. I don't feel like that. You know, they say, you know, when they go low, you go high. Absolutely not. Sometimes when they go low, you got to go to hell. And I don't see a problem with Simone going to the floor with this. So Simone said what she said. Now, MyKayla has come out. Oh, by the way, we should add that after Simone made her caption, MyKayla blocked Simone on Instagram.
That's my favorite part. Like, please.
Just kind of add more fuel to
that
the
would
fire.
Be like if I blocked you on Instagram.
Like, come on, sis. I'm going to see you every day. But MyKayla has since come out and she's like, oh, I've been getting death threats.
And in the said video that she's complaining, she's in her house, bored in the house board, not at the Olympics.
Bored in the house, not in Paris.
Not in Paris.
Not a champion.
It's giving bitter. It's giving not great. Like, I don't like it at all. This is just, you're wrong.
All right, well, let's hear a little bit of MyKayla describing the aftermath of her Simone beat.
Wait to hear this.
Watching people cheer on the bullying, which has led to threats of physical harm to me, my husband, and our daughter is disgusting. So please, at this point, I am just asking for it to just stop for the sake of my family, because enough is enough. The last thing I wanted was to cause harm or offend our U.S. Olympic team. I know these women are incredible, the very best of the best, and almost all of them are my former teammates who I have enjoyed very much cheering on the last few years.
Please.
You said what you said.
You got, like, sometimes you gotta say what you said and then stick by it.
Stick by it.
It's the issue is that she said what she said. She thought she would get backed up by people all around the world, and then everybody was not on her side. And she's like, "Oh,
this is just someone who didn't go to the Olympics. Was at the Olympics.
Didn't read the room. Also,
didn't read the room.
Come on, they're Olympic champions. We all on their side.
What is going on? For people coming for Simone Biles is in any way, shape, or form. I don't understand. You're not gonna win. I don't get it.
My favorite part of this is her saying there are people cheering on the bullying, and it's like, sis, you were not bullied. You were held accountable for saying something you should have never said. Simone Biles, on the other hand, bullied. Like,
also, let's say, okay, let's take everything else out of the equation.
Yeah.
She's in her house saying that she's threatened, and these are comments she made.
Bully made the comments.
Yeah. The bullying is you making the comment.
Yeah, like you can't
Your
say
comment was bullying.
Yeah, when somebody, right. Like they responded to you and now you saying they bullying you. No, this would have been null and void if you just sat there and ate your food.
Oh, guys, this is like grossing me out. I hate when people do this.
All right.
You said what you said. Yeah, stick by it.
What do old people say? Like, throw a rock and hide your hands? Oh, okay.
You know what? Simone Biles' opinion, a tiger doesn't lose sleep over the opinion of sheep. So.
Okay, that's what the idioms today. Damn.
Anyway, this is a dumb story because obviously people are going to bully you when you're being dumb.
All right.
Brooke Schofield apologizes after racist tweets resurface.
So, Steph, let's start from the beginning. Tell the people who is Brooke Schofield, because
Brooke is an influencer, and she is mostly famous for calling out Matt Rife when she dated him. She is famous for being friends with Tana Mojo.
Yes.
She is famous for also sort of calling out Alyssa Violet, who was on Team 10, Jake Paul. Mm-hmm. She basically has a podcast called Canceled with Tana Mojo. It's a super popular podcast. The issue here is the racist tweets that resurfaced that she did not long ago.
Uh-huh.
Now, do you want to...
should we read the racist tweets first, or should we read...
Because...
yeah, you should definitely not read the racist tweets.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes. All right. So we should say that these tweets were sometime around like 2012 to 2015. I'm saying that for context because that was yesterday.
Literally
yesterday. So she said, this is Brooke from her @BrookeAmber Twitter account. Guaranteed if Zimmerman shot a white guy, this wouldn't even be a story. Newsflash, this wasn't a crime of racism. It was a crime of self-defense. Okay, let's continue on with the racism. She says, what do you call a Mexican baptism? You want
to? I'm not answering the fucking question.
Okay, you should not. Okay, bean dip. So fucking racist.
Okay.
So fucking racist. I got another one. Quit calling me when you're drunk. F word. Can you guess what F word it is?
Yes.
The homosexual slur. I don't even want you when you're sober. So not only was she racist against black people, racially insensitive against black people, outwardly racist against Mexican people, and now she's using homophobic slurs. Now, I would like to call to the front of the congregation Stephanie Renee York Williams, who is a
Brooke Schofield fan prior to this. Okay.
Yes.
Here's
Stephanie,
the issue.
Go.
No excuse.
No excuse.
I can see what she's saying in her apology of like her circumstances at the time, not being educated, blah, 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 blah. There's a problem with that.
Okay, let's play the apology so that
I can give you context.
So that maybe people will be on your side. Play it.
Obviously, by now you guys have seen the tweets that are circulating around. They unfortunately are not fake. Those are real tweets, like real things that I said. First of all, I want to acknowledge that I feel the same way about them that you do. I think they're so disturbing, they're wrong, they're horrible, and they're disgusting. Of course, I do appreciate the people who are coming to bat for me and like saying like, you know, it was so long ago and like she's grown and stuff, but like it doesn't fucking matter. Like it literally does not matter. They are horrible.
Okay, here's what I have to say.
Right, go.
This is not okay in any way, shape, or form that you spin it in any way. There's nothing that you can say to fix it. It was said, it was written. Do I think people can change? Yes. Just because she was that person at that point doesn't mean she is that person now. The issue I'm having is that you completely at one point in your life thought these thoughts, tweeted these thoughts, and stood by these thoughts.
Yes.
What the apology should have said was, at one time, I was a racist piece of shit.
Maybe I was raised shitty.
Maybe I was around people that were racist. Maybe I was raised racist. These are racist tweets, okay? That's the only problem that I have with, there's many problems, but the biggest problem I have is just owning what you were at the time compared to what you are now, because people can change, okay?
Yeah.
There's murderers out there that are doing rehabilitation, okay?
Right.
The issue is not owning that at some point, yes, they were wrong, and she admits that these are wrong, these are disgusting. But admit that at one point you were racist.
That's how you felt, sis. Yeah, like
that's
come on.
really bad.
If it was like one or two like slightly spicy tweets, then we could be like, maybe we're overthinking it. No. This is like 7 tweets. You were standing 10 toes down. Now, what do you think?
Do you think people can learn? And what's your opinion?
So I'll say to give a little bit of context, or at least Brooke gave a little bit of context. She did say that her parents were addicts. So her biological parents were addicts. She was not raised by her biological parents. She instead was raised by her grandparents, who had took her in when she was around 10 years old. And she admits that her grandparents had racist views. But you were around 16, 17 at the time. I feel like I think that we often have this level of wanting to forgive, I'm going to say white people, when they say things or do things that are insensitive, largely because I think we want to believe that people can change, but I think a lot of times they're we kind of put this statute of limitations on racism, which I don't think is okay. Black people are constantly being told that happened a while ago. Slavery, 400 years ago. Segregation, 40 years ago. Brooke Schofield's racism tweets, 10 years ago. But it's that does not eliminate the harm that is done when you say and do these things. And not that I'm saying anybody's harmed by Brooke Schofield and her stupid ass tweets, but it's I don't think that just saying oh, this was so long ago is a reason for us to forgive Brooke Schofield. I think that Brooke Schofield can do a number of things to maybe show that she genuinely has changed.
Agreed.
And I don't think that is going to TikTok when you're getting called out about it. Another thing, she could have had this conversation with her TikTok audience 3 months ago, and it would have felt more genuine. You get what I'm saying? As opposed to I'm getting called out. There are rumors that she may be losing some sponsorships and some brand deals are going away. There have been whispers about what's going to happen with the Cancel podcast because they're going on a tour this fall.
Yeah.
So it now seems to be less of a genuine behavioral correction and more I'm trying to save my own ass.
Agreed. I also think that, especially in the United States, there's this big issue of one side is not racist, another side is. There is no middle ground, right?
Right.
And I think when you tweet things like this, for sure you can tell in the tweets that I don't think that she is a racist probably right now, but that's her job to prove to her audience that that is the case.
Right. And I think that, like, one of the things that I would say that, like, Brooke and Tana both have is, like, they have really diverse audiences. You know what I'm saying? Like, my girlfriend's black. She fucking loves Tana. Like, you know what I'm like, early Tana fan. So it's like.
And she's also had, let's not skip over that.
Yeah. Oh.
She's also had several things that.
Yeah, Tana
and
has
in
some
that
problematic
time frame,
tweets as well.
I even know people that were in LA, which is a very diverse place like that.
Right.
It was funny. It was cool to say those things back then to some people. And I think it's important for Brooke to like come on the podcast. I think they need to do a full pod of just this topic and be like, at one point, I believe this. This is why I don't believe this now. This is not who I am, blah, 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 blah.
We should call them.
Really?
I'll text Tana's people. See what's going on.
Because it's true. You can change in a matter of a year. The issue is like owning what you were and what you were saying and who you are now.
It kind of sucks too.
It really sucks.
Actually, kind of like.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like her as much now. I'm not gonna say I don't like her, but like I do this thing where like I like encyclopedia racism.
Right.
Like, you know me. I'm like the racism encyclopedia. It'll be 7 years from now, and I'll be like, remember in 2012 when Brooke Schofield said that? I love it. All right, moving on.
Okay.
All right.
Wyld loves a Kai Cenat story. That's what I'm going to start this off with.
Okay. I do, in fact, like a Kai Cenat story. I like Kai Cenat until a couple hours ago. Now I like him a little bit less.
I can't wait for us to stop talking about him. He is. We're the Kai Cenat pod. We're the Hawk Tua Girl pod. We're the
Go ahead. Don't leave
Gypsy
her out.
Rose
Okay.
podcast, and we're the Kai Cenat.
Kai Cenat, y'all, Twitch streamer, super popular, arguably one of the biggest Twitch streamers around. So during a live stream on yesterday, so August 7th, our episode drops Thursday. So during a live stream on August 7th, Kai Cenat claimed, and I say claimed because when y'all hear the claim, y'all gonna be like, there's no way that went down like that. Kai Cenat claimed that the Secret Service has been hassling him because they want to get Kamala Harris on one of Kai Cenat's streams. Here's what he said, and then we'll talk after this.
I got the fucking Secret Service calling me 5 times, nigga! I don't know goddamn shit about politics, my nigga. I don't know nothing. I don't know shit. I don't know not a goddamn thing, my nigga.
Two things.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't necessarily think he's lying. Because
about not knowing anything about politics?
No.
Oh, because he's definitely not lying.
I mean, that as well.
Clear.
I said two things, so let me go with the first. The first is that I do think Kamala is going around to popular people to help with the campaign, and I do think it's working. Megan Thee Stallion was at the thing. She talked about Quavo. She also was with one of the guys from NSYNC.
Oh, yes.
I think it would make sense for her audience. Like, we get younger audiences learn from their people they look up to, and it would be great if Kai Cenat could support her during this time. The issue I'm having is, why are you so angry? That would be great.
Why are we screaming?
You have a huge audience. That would be great if you could influence the election by informing younger audiences who she is. Okay. Exactly. And second, why are you so mad? I said 2 points, and now I'm at 3, and now I'm just confused. I know I said 2, but now I'm at 3.
I think you said it like exactly how I feel, just a lot nicer. Why the hell is this crusty ass? Almost said the N-word. Why is Kai Cenat's crusty ass getting on the internet and basically refusing to have conversations about politics? It also pisses me off, and I don't know if this is like, and I've only ever been black, so I can only talk about my black experience, but like a lot of young black people have this same ideology of like, oh, I'm not into politics, or like, I don't talk politics. It ain't Italian food. Like, you can't just say, I'm not into politics. It ain't like whether you like the Cheesecake Factory or not. This ain't a goddamn menu item. It's our country. Like, we literally live in a governmental, like, society. You
have to care.
How do you not care about politics?
You have to care.
Politics is going to be the difference between whether you can say shit on your Twitch stream or not. Like, these things are almost everything we do is political.
And what's a better way to like influence younger generations than like there's like 6-year-olds listening to his shit.
Also, we should say Kai Cenat is not 12. I know he looked like a 12-year-old, but this is a grown-ass man. He's 22 years old. Like, at 22 years old, you should have enough common mother effing sense that even if you don't know how to have the intellectual conversation, you now have a platform and a responsibility. And I think that that's where we even getting this thing mixed up. Like, you're an influencer, but you don't want to actually influence anything other than
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Like,
and if you're not for Kamala, okay,
right,
then are you for Trump? Then get to Trump on the feed. Then I'm okay with that. Okay, we can have opposing opinions.
Exactly,
but then stand for something, or get the Green Party in there. Get the Green Party in the bus because
the Green Party.
Because at some point you have
Bernie Sanders.
At some point you have to stand for something, and you're influencing a bunch of younger people to not give a fuck about politics, and that's literally the issue of what's
that we're having
on
right now.
So invite the Green Party to the back truck that you're in, and by the way, guys, when I say back truck, he's in a truck.
Literally in the back of a U-Haul, some shit like that. But like, there's no, like, we have really got to get away from this whole, like,
I don't care.
I'm not into politics.
I'm not into politics.
Okay, are you into, like...
breathing?
Yeah. Bruh!
Do you drive a car? Do you fill up your Tesla?
Do you fill up your car? Exactly, like...
Are you eating food? The McDonald's price will go high.
Like, come on,
I don't know if he's at Catch Steak. I don't know where he's eating. The grocery store.
And I'm not even an Aiden Ross fan, but I at least think it is like, it's beneficial for Aiden Ross to have Donald Trump on his stream. Whether I don't think it's beneficial to me because I'm not a Donald Trump fan.
But what I'm telling you is at least you're doing something.
It opens up that door, and it also provides a space for young conservatives to be able to like see and engage in those conversations.
Because even right now on this podcast, it's our like job to talk about the fact that like if one of these younger audiences on Kai Cenat's podcast disagrees with our opinion, that they're allowed to do that. That's literally what politics is about. You're allowed to have opposing opinions. Mm-hmm. The issue is like not having an opinion at all.
And just being like, I don't want to have an opinion. He's so goddamn
dumb. Ignorant.
He literally said when they first called him, he thought they were referring to modern warfare, like modern warfare is in like video games. Like Call of Duty,
and this
Modern
is
Warfare.
Why we're not going to have doctors. We're not going to have dentists. We're not going to.
No more streamers. No, we are streamed out. We are twitched out.
Because this is an actual problem.
I need you mother effers to go to school now. Like, because what?
They did a like poll for a couple of years ago for like preschoolers and what they want to be when they grow up, and they all said YouTubers.
Oh, we are doomed. I mean, we're like in the influencer space.
But if he got the Green Party in the back of the U-Haul, respect. I would respect it.
And I also think that it would be important for him to eat I will say he did admit, I don't know nothing about politics.
Okay, get knowing.
But like, also you're a grown-ass adult, so...
Stop playing video games and get educated.
Exactly, the same way you can hit the Google Schmoogle and download a Modern Warfare cheat code, I think you can hit the Google Schmoogle and educate yourself on government and politics. But I think that also would be an important aspect of him being involved in that conversation, to not know about politics, because a lot of young people don't know about politics. So how about you
do a stream about learning about politics? You have literally one of the biggest audiences out there right now. Mm-hmm. Truly, I'm not even exaggerating. No, it would be so great if you could use that to, one, not fund your bank account for one day, and use it to educate people, not on something like a video game.
A video game. Because, something tells me that there are more important things in the world than streaming. I don't know. I don't know that for a fact because I'm still pretty young, but like I have a strong feeling that there are more important things than that.
Again, get the Green Party in there. It's fine. If you don't care about politics and you don't want to have like this like conflict of like Republican versus Democrat, get the Green Party in there.
Yeah. I'm over him. I don't know what else I'm over.
What?
This podcast. No, I'm joking. Okay, before we get out of here, Steph, tell the people about Lollapalooza.
Lollapalooza was fantastic. Definitely a different vibe than Coachella. I do have to say, Chicago, you are sweltering hot. I thought I knew what hot was because we were like in the desert in LA and stuff, but this was a whole new level. I met so many fun people, and Zed was great. That was my favorite set. Zed.
Okay.
SZA, great.
All right. Now, obviously, taking out the fact that you're a Californian, Lollapalooza or Coachella?
Coachella.
Okay.
Taking out that I'm a because the vibe was you make friends at Coachella, like for life, like random people.
It does seem like y'all like trapped in this island together.
It's very much like we're all going to be nice. People were much nicer at Lollapalooza than Coachella. I will say that. But the way that when you do make friends at Coachella, because everyone is so like not together,
right,
you make better friends. Because I did make friends at Lolla, but not ones that like I didn't get their Instagram and like, that kind of vibe.
All right.
They're different vibes.
Favorite artist?
Zed.
Oh, you did say that.
Yeah.
Okay. One last thing we got to do before we get out of here. We're doing it every week until we run out of comments. It's time for mean comments.
They're all about me. Okay, ready?
No, we actually don't have any mean ones about you.
Oh, thank you guys.
We actually don't have any. We have a few defending you.
Oh,
right.
I can't wait.
Okay, so from Birdie Mom 1965. She
love
says, Wyld, leave Steph alone. She's awesome and cool. By the way, love the new hair color, Steph.
Oh my God. Thank you for saying that.
Okay.
Wow. I got to take my boxing gloves off. Everyone's being nice.
Okay, and a lot of people defending you too. So there's somebody else, Puppy Love 422 says, I feel bad for you, girl. She's obviously talking to you.
Right.
He compared you to a chick that was so unlike you.
I agree. Comparing me to that American Talent God girl, I thought about that on the flight, actually, when I left here.
So
that was so messed up.
On last week's episode, we were talking about celebrity lookalikes.
Who would play me in a movie and what celebrity do I look like or act like?
And I said, the girl Grace from America's Got Talent. But,
Goodbye.
But Branson put the wrong photo there because we found a different photo. And Branson, is it a little bit the same or not? Yeah.
No. No.
So that's a yes. All right. So
we have nothing in common.
All right. And then the last comment, also defending Steph. Wow. You was really fishing for those goals.
I really was. And you know what? I'll take you all with me and we're going to go have lunch.
One lovely addiction says, girly, I think you're funny with a heart.
Oh my God. You guys are so nice this week. Thank you. Love you all. I'm going to go like them for my personal account.
You should.
I am.
Respond.
I am.
Okay.
Follow me on Instagram and I'll follow you back. Just tell me that you're those commenters and I'll follow you back.
All right.
I will.
You are really, y'all call her mean once and she is really trying to turn it around.
I'm on my nice tour.
All right, Steph.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye.